Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya 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 Gurudev.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
Jai,
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai,
गुरु महाराज की जय।
Jai,
वीरेंद्रराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।
Jai,
शिवगण कृष्णदास प्रभु जी की जय।
Jai.
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you all devotees once again for joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session. Hare Krishna. So already Shivana Prabhuji also there. So the Rasan Prabhuji also there. Shivana Prabhuji, we welcome Prabhuji to your reading session. Our reading session. We will chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we welcome Prabhuji to our session.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama
Hare Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare. Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare. Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So yesterday we have completed up to verse number 10. 10th chapter, verse number 10. So today we will start with verse number 11 onwards of chapter 10, entitled The Pastimes of the Supreme Lord Rāmacandra. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire. Tashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtagi Mukam Karodi Vachalam Bangum Langede Girim Yat Kurvadamaham Vande Paramanandamaadavam Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamishram Upajnanadmirandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chashurun Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanyamanobishtam Stavidam Yena Bhudale Sayam Duvagatam Hyendadandi Supadandiyam Vandeham Sri Guru, Sri Udavadagalam, Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha, Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahana Rekunadanyidam Dam Sajivam Sadvedam Sabadudam Varjanisagidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Badan Sahana Lilada Sri Vishakanyidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Shri Vishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhya Kripa Sindhubhya Vajapatitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachatya Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Vishnaya Gotri Srimate Jilada Bhajarpada Dana Badaya Nagari Gramadaya Nijita Sabhi Pratichi. Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees once again. Hare Krishna. So, verse number 11 to go. Start from verse number 11 to today. So, Hare Krishna. I will read verse number 11. Recho adhamena vrigavant vivine asamaksham Vaideharaja duhidarya payapidayam bhratra vane kripanavat priyaya viyuktaha stri sanginam gedimidi pradhayam chara Recho adhamena vrgavat vibinne asamaksham Vaideha raja duhidarya payabidayam Bhratra vane kripanavat priyaya viyuktaha Stri sanginam gedimidi pradhayam chachara. Hare Krishna. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhajarana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. When Ramacandra entered the forest and Lakshmana was also absent, the worst of the Rakshasas, Ravana, kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as a tiger seizes unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. Then Lord Ramacandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshmana, as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus, he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to woman. Purport. In this verse, the words Sri Sanginam Gedim Iti indicate that the condition of a person attached to woman was shown by the Lord himself. According to moral instructions, Grihe Nari Vivarjayat. When one goes on a tour, one should not bring his wife. Formerly, men used to travel without conveyances, but still, as far as possible, when one leaves home, one should not take his wife with him, especially if one is in such a condition as Lord Ramacandra when banished by the order of his father. Whether in the forest or at home, if one is attached to woman, this attachment is always troublesome, as shown by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal example. Of course, this is the material side of Sri Sangi, but the situation of Lord Ramacandra is spiritual, for he does not belong to the material world. Narayana Paro Avyagtat. Narayana is beyond the material creation. Because he is the creator of the material world, he is not subject to the conditions of the material world. The separation of Lord Ramacandra from Sita is spiritually understood as Vipralambha. which is an activity of the Hladini potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, belonging to the Sringara Rasa. The mellow of conjugal love in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all the dealings of love, displaying the symptoms called Swatiga, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha, and
Unmada.
Yeah,
Unmada.
Unmada, yes. Thank you, Vijay. Thus, when Lord Ramacandra was separated from Sita, all these spiritual symptoms were manifested. The Lord is neither impersonal nor impotent. Rather, he is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, the eternal form of knowledge and bliss. Thus, he has all the symptoms of spiritual bliss. Feeling separation from one's beloved is also an item of spiritual bliss. As explained by Srila Swarupa Damodara Goswami, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vigartir Hladini Shakti. The dealings of love between Radha and Krishna are displayed as the pleasure potency of the Lord. The Lord is the original source of all pleasure, the reservoir of all pleasure. Lord Ramacandra therefore manifested the truth both spiritually and materially. Materially, those who are attached to woman suffer, but spiritually, when there are feelings of separation between the Lord and his pleasure potency, the spiritual bliss of Lord increases. This is further explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanum ashridam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. One who does not know the spiritual potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead thinks of the Lord as an ordinary human being. But the Lord's mind, intelligence, and senses can never be affected by material conditions. This fact is further explained in the Skanda Purana as quoted by Madhvacharya. Nityapurna Sugajnana Swarupo Asau Yado Vibhuhu Tado Asya Rama Idi Akhya Tasya Dukkham Kudo Annabi Tadhabi Loga Shichartham Adukho Dukkha Vartivat Andarhidam Loga Drishtya Sidam Asid Smaran Iva Jnabanartham Punar Nitya Sambandha Swatmana Shriya Ayodhya Vinirgachan Sarvalogasya Cheshwaraha Pratyasham Tu Shriya Sartham Jagamanadir Avyayaha Nakshatramasa Ganitam Trayodesha Sahasragam Brahmaloga Samam Chakre Samastam Shidhi Mandalam Ramo Ramo Rama Idhi Sarvesham Abhavad Tada Sarvoramamayo Logo Yada Ramasthvapalayat. It was actually impossible for Ravana to take away Sita. The form of Sita taken by Ravana was an illusionary representation of Mother Sita, yani Maya Sita. When Sita was tested in the fire, this Maya Sita was burned and the real Sita came out of the fire. A further understanding to be derived from this example is that a woman, however powerful she may be in the material world, must be given protection, for as soon as she is unprotected, she will be exploited by Rakshasas like Ramana. Here the words Vaideha Raja Lohidari indicate that before Mother Sita was married to Lord Ramacandra, she was protected by her father, Vaideha Raja. And when she was married, she was protected by her husband. Therefore, the conclusion is that a woman should always be protected. According to the Vedic rule, there is no scope for a woman's being independent, asamaksham. For a woman cannot protect herself independently. Hare Krishna. Krishna Prabhuji, long purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhu's Dandat Pranams, my humble obeisances to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Our Sudarshan was there, Prabhu is there, expert in Ramayana. Prabhu would like to.
No, Prabhu. Actually, I was there in all the past days. You are not there. Please listen from you.
You are good in Ramayana.
By devotee's mercy, we have conducted 12 years in ISKCON and 3 years before that with the Karmi groups, 15 years almost. It's all by the mercy of devotees, Prabhu. But we would like to hear from you. You are our Shivsaguru.
Prabhu. I am not very good at these things, but I am trying to learn from everyone. Anyway, Prabhu would like to say something? Hare Krishna.
No, continue. Okay. We'll concentrate on translation and purport, Prabhu. After that, we will see.
Yeah. Yes. So, very interesting, can say, verse actually, where Prabhupada gives lot of lessons to be learned. So, we all know Lord Rāmacandra Pastimes. We are constantly hearing, as Prabhuji mentioned, we are celebrating Karkatamas, right, Prabhu? Karkatamas. We are hearing Ramayana. So, definitely we all learnt lot of lessons from Ramayana. So, but what is important here, in this verse, Prabhupada is mentioning the purport. So, we know that when Lord Ramacandra was absent, Mother Sita was kidnapped. Actually, here we can see two things are very importantly stressed. So, we will go to the purport actually. Here, Prabhupada writes in this verse the words Sri Sanginam Gatim. See, Prabhupada, whenever he gets an opportunity, he is explaining those things very important. What is important for us to follow? Sri Sanginam Gatim Iti is that the condition of a person attached to woman was shown by the Lord himself. So sometimes people argue, you say Lord Rama, Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Sometimes people who are ignorant, especially from the other religions, then they are actually arguing that why the Lord was crying, like why God will cry when his wife is separated like that. So here Prabhupada is giving that the Lord Ramacandra played a role of like a human being, like the emotions which is exhibited by a common man when he is attached to a woman. It is like an actor who is acting on a stage. He sometimes he may be a wealthy person, but when he is acting, he may act as a beggar in the role. Like sometimes we see the actors in the movie. They are like very big people, very rich people, but in a movie they may act like a beggar or a pauper. It's only for acting. So this is Lord Ramachandra's Leela, because he want to teach a lesson to the humanity. What is the lesson? Is that Sri Sanginam Gati Iti, means that indication. The Lord Ramacandra want to teach that condition of a person attached to woman was shown by the Lord himself. So here we can see that's very important. And again here attachment indicates like there is a kind of spiritual and material. What is condemned here is that material kind of attachment. So recently also I saw one video. Actually, we all know that this Venezuela president was actually captured by this American military, right, Prabhu? Like last week. So there was a video actually, they also arrested the wife also. Why normally only the president? Why they arrested the wife? Because it is said that all the things, whatever he did, it was because of his wife. He was like just like the director was actually his wife. He was only like he was executing whatever his wife was telling him. So that's why they captured his wife also. So that's one example, like how just if you like materially, if you keep listening, sometimes you will be misguided in a wrong direction. So person attached to woman was shown by the Lord himself. So according to moral instruction, Prabhupada writes here, Grihe narim vivarjayet. When one goes on a tour, one should not bring his wife. So formerly men used to travel without conveyances, but when as far as possible, when one leaves home, one should not take wife with him. And but of course our this thing up to Vanaprastha it is allowed, but in sannyas it is not allowed, especially if one is such as a condition. Previous times, the woman is in the home and the male they go for the business purpose. In India also we had like people go to Burma, people go to Sri Lanka, they go earn money and bring it to the family. So if you read our scriptures, our Puranas, our Itihasas, there are many instances, even in our Tamil literature, there are many instances where the husband goes out. The husband's duty is to go out, and he will earn the required wealth for the family and he will come back. Sometimes they will go for 2 years, 3 years, because those days there is no flight. They have to go by horses or by bullock carts, and they go do the trade. Like that they go to even different countries also. They do the trading and then they earn the wealth, and then they will return the home after 4 years, 5 years, like that. But normally the woman does not accompany the male, because it will make more further complexities for the person. So that's why Prabhupada is writing here. But when Lord Ramacandra went to the forest, of course Mother Sita, she requested that she also want to accompany him. And here we can see Prabhupada is writing, whether in the forest or at home, if he is attached to a woman, this attachment is always troublesome, as shown by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal example. So this is one main understanding. So there are two aspects to see here. One is material side of Sri Sangi, and there is also a spiritual side. So here what Lord Ramacandra is actually, it is not material, it is spiritual. Of course for humanity it is for material side, but for Lord Ramacandra, Mother Sita is actually his Haladini potency, his own expansion. Same like Radha Krishna. Radharani, Srimati Radharani is the expansion of Krishna's Haladini potency. So like that here, Narayana para abhyaktat. Narayana is beyond the material creation. So here the Lord, actually what is that? There is two kinds of like relishing this loving affairs. What is Vipralamba, and one more is called as Sambhoga. Sambhoga means you are enjoying, relishing the sweetness of the relationship in union. Okay, so when two lovers are there, when they are united, they are very happy. And also there is happiness when there is Vipralamba. Vipralamba means in separation. How they are experiencing that happiness in separation? Because the other person is always constantly thinking about the other person. In fact, it is said in the scripture that the Vipralamba happiness is higher than the Sambhoga, because the thinking is more in Vipralamba than the Sambhoga. Because when you attain the object or the person, then your intensity will decrease. But when you don't attain, then the intensity will actually increase more and more. So that is experiencing a very higher grade of happiness. So here you can see Lord Ramacandra, Bhagavan Ramacandra and Mother Sita, they are spiritually understood as Vipralamba. So they are actually relishing their relationship in separation. So which is an activity of Haladini potency. We know the three potencies of the potencies of the Lord, right? Samvit, Haladini, and one more. What is that? One more potency? Samvit, Haladini, and Sandhini. Yeah. So here Haladini potency of the Lord, actually this is a kind of reciprocation they had, and belonging to the Shringara Rasa. So these are all actually, we can say, very, very higher topics in the devotional line. So in the Nectar of Devotion, these are all very much detailed explained about the different rasas, the mellow of conjugal love in the spiritual world. There are a lot of books explaining this. But of course in the neophyte stage or the practicing as a sadhaka, we can read it theoretically, but definitely we cannot understand it, like what is it. Unless somebody goes to a Paramahamsa stage, they can release that. But In the beginning stage, we can only theoretically understand Shringara Rasa. So these are all exhibited in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all dealings of love, displaying the symptoms called Satvika, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha and Unmada. So these are some of the symptoms. See, one thing we can understand in materially also, within our family, when we are having love with our children, with our, with our partner or, husband and wife, see, we experience some kind of happiness, even this, whatever love we have, here in the middle. So we can, from that we can understand, within this world, if you are, whatever temporary things we are exhibiting so much love, then what kind of love feelings will be there in the spiritual world, because it is eternal. And it is very pure, without any tinge of selfishness. So that is really higher grade of experience of happiness. Thus, when Lord Rāmacandra was separated from Sita, all the spiritual symptoms were manifested. So all the spiritual symptoms means this was Satvika, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha and Unmada. So these are the symptoms. Like sometimes, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he saw Lord Jagannath, he immediately fainted. So that was a kind of, it was a kind of symptom manifested out of love of the Lord. So like that, there are many symptoms. Sometimes when we are remembering about the Lord, there are like goosebumps, in our body. Sometimes there is tears coming. And we all know the famous pastimes of Srila Prabhupada in Gujarat. When he was taking class, he was singing Jayarad Madhava and Prabhupada collapsed after. When he is singing Jayarad Madhava, he collapsed. And he did not come to conscious for, I think, some hours. After some time maybe. Then after that he came back and he said, okay, please chant. And then he did not give the class. So this kind of symptoms, but normally they don't exhibit these symptoms to the public. There is relishing. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes only exhibited, but sometimes he will not, because public may misunderstand when we exhibit these symptoms. So normally the Paramahamsas, even though they experience this kind of symptoms, whenever they hear Krishna's holy name, Krishna's pastimes, all these things, make so much of kind of emotions within their heart, bhava, but they will not exhibit to the public. So here Prabhupada is writing, these are the spiritual symptoms. The Lord is neither impersonal or impotent. He is Sachidananda Vigraha, eternal form of bliss and knowledge. We know that very famous verse, Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. So he is having a beautiful form that he exhibited to his devotees, pure devotees. So that when the form is seen, then there is kind of a spiritual bliss. And we can see here, it says, so there is difference between now what we say as happiness and there is bliss. You can see actually in the dictionary also, when we write bliss, bliss is something related to spiritual. Pleasure is different. Pleasure means it is purely related to material things. Like you eat ice cream, that is a pleasure. You watch a movie, it is a pleasure. But bliss means that word specifically is actually given to spiritual happiness. That is called bliss. So that's why Prabhupada is using the word bliss here. He is not using spiritual happiness or spiritual pleasure. No, bliss means specifically it is a spiritual experience. And Prabhupada quotes here Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Radha Krishna Pranay Vikiti Haladini Shakti. The dealings of love between Radha and Krishna are displayed as the pleasure potency of the Lord, Haladini Shakti. And we can see here, Lord Rāmacandra therefore manifested truth both spiritually and materially. So this is a very important point. Lord Rāmacandra, this purport is talking about, he manifested truth both materially and spiritually. Means spiritually, the Lord is experiencing the Vipralamba Bhav, that is spiritually. And materially, he is teaching the humanity that when you are too excessively attached to woman, then what happens? Then you have to suffer in this material world. See, any attachment in this material world will give you suffering. Not only you are attached to wife or something, even if you are too much attached to the children also, it will give us suffering. So anything, if you are attached to any people, if you are attached to any person or object in this material world, will definitely, the degree of attachment will give that much suffering because here everything is temporary. One day they have to leave. Either the object has to leave or the person has to leave us. So we will suffer. In that attachment to one's own wife, that is going to give greater amount of suffering. So that is what the scriptures are teaching. So whatever Krishna has given us, we have to together engage in Krishna's service. Krishna has given, like whenever there is a male taken birth in this the world universe, Krishna plans a woman for him. A girl. When a boy is born, a girl is also born. When a girl is born, the boy is also born. Who is planning this male-female ratio? It is Krishna's plan. If Krishna is not planning, if it is a random choice, then whatever birth may happen, all will be males or all will be female. There will not be that equal distribution. So Krishna is planning that whenever there is a boy, he has to have a girl. And Krishna is giving some kind of symptom or glimpse that how spiritual love, some kind of glimpse here. When there is a loving affair between a boy and a girl, then we can understand that what kind of love will be in the spiritual world. Some kind of sample he is giving. But Prabhupada said there is not like true love here, pure love here. Only the maximum we can see kind of pure love is a mother exhibiting love towards her child. So that is the love which we can see, which is not having any selfishness. With that sample, we can understand the love of the spiritual world. Otherwise, boy and girl, girl and boy, they say it is all tinged with selfishness. So that is not kind of a true love. It is kind of an attraction. So here we can see that is explained here. The Lord is teaching both material and spiritual. So that is understanding. And one important verse Prabhupada is quoting here. Even though the Lord comes down and he displays his pastimes, but not everybody accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? Because avajananti ma muda. Mudas, the fools. They don't understand Krishna. Avajananti. They don't understand about Krishna. When Krishna comes in the human form, manusham tanum ashritam. When Krishna takes the shelter in the form of human form, but they do not know the parambhavam. They do not know my superior nature. Ajananto. Mama bhuta maheshwaram. So this is one important verse actually Prabhupada usually quotes, because many people still they have confusion with understanding the position of Krishna. They think Krishna, is like, some people think he is like a normal human being, or Lord Rāmacandra is a normal human being. There is a lot of debates going on till today, especially in Tamil Nadu. We can see there are people who are too much against Lord Rāmacandra because they think he is a normal human being and we have promoted him to God. And so much debate is going on. Why he killed Vali like that, and why Ravana was killed like many things, people, because they do not understand he is the Supreme Lord. Then this is a verse actually, avajananti mamuda manushum tanum ashritam parambhava majananto mama bhutva maheshwaram. So one of the argument given is, like when people say Lord Rāmacandra is not the Lord, and they are describing about his pastimes, then the question asked is, from where did you get these pastimes? How do you know these pastimes happened? The scriptures are explaining these pastimes. So when you accept the pastimes of the Lord which is mentioned in the scripture, then you should also accept that the same scripture is also telling he is the Supreme Lord. You should accept that also, not that one part. Only I will take the pastimes and comment on that, which is taken from scripture, and other scripture, same scripture is telling. Here very clearly Sukadeva Goswami is saying that he is the Supreme Lord, very clearly he is saying. So that means you have to accept both, not that one part I will take and make out my own concoction. So that is not correct actually. And also Prabhupada here refers about quoted from Madhvacharya from Skanda Purana, very lengthy verse. So from here we understand that Mother Sita, Ravana kidnapped Mother Sita. It was not actually original Sita, Mother Sita. The form of Sita was taken by Ravana was an illusory representation of Mother Sita. It is called as Maya Sita. So when Sita was tested in the fire, this Maya Sita was burnt and the real Sita came out of fire. So this is one more point, important point. It was not actually Mother Sita. It was actually Maya Sita only was kidnapped, because Ravana is not having the ability to touch Mother Sita because he did not have any devotion. When you have devotion only you can approach the Mother Sita. So without devotion how he can touch? It's not possible. So the same thing, we know the same pastime when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu toured the South India. So there was a Brahmana, which anybody remembers his name? Kurma, is it Kurma Brahman, Prabhu? Kurma Brahman, right? So who was actually crying that why Ravana kidnapped Mother Sita and he was not taking properly
Yes,
food?
Prabhu. Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Yes,
And
yes,
Chaitanya
Prabhu.
Mahaprabhu, yeah.
When he was given the proof that it was Maya Sita, he became very happy.
Yes, he went and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took some scriptural evidence also for that. And he shown that this is not original Sita, this is Maya Sita. Then he became very happy. So that pastime is also there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is another third point we can see here. So far we have seen 3 points. First point is materially, Lord Ramacandra wants to give a lesson to the humanity. Then when you are excessively attached to woman or wife, then it will lead to you suffering. Definitely it will lead to suffering, See, we have to see practically. Why? Because we cannot be here eternally. No, not possible. Maybe 30 years, 40 years we are together when we are getting married at the age of 25. How much balance we have? How much we have? Maybe hardly 30 or 40 years. And we definitely have to suffer. The degree of more attachment, more suffering is there. Less attachment, less suffering will be there. So that is one material point. And sometimes the woman also misleads the husband, like they may give wrong direction. Like I said, the example of this Venezuela president, he was like did so many things against his own citizens based on the consulting his wife, and today both are taken. So that is also there. So that is second point. And you can see spiritually, it was Lord Ramacandra, Bhagavan Ramacandra was experiencing Vipralamba kind of bliss with Mother Sita. And third point is, which was quoted from the reference to Srila Madhvacharya, is like Ravana did not kidnap actual Mother Sita, it was actually Maya Sita. When Mother Sita was tested in fire, this Maya Sita was burned and the real Sita came out of fire. So in that pastime. And the last paragraph of today's verse is actually fourth important point. The woman should be given protection. Again, Prabhupada always mentioned this in the in his lectures. He quotes from Chanakya Pandit, from Niti Shastra, that the woman should be always protected. This is our culture. That when they are young, they should be protected by the father. And when they are grown up, they are actually should be protected, married and protected under the shelter of husband. And when they are like old, they should be protected under the shelter of their children. Because as per our culture, the male, they take they renounce the family life after the children grown up. So like that, this is there. And the same thing also Arjuna argues with this context, that if the men will be killed, who will be given protection to the woman? Because the woman who is not protected will be exploited in the society. Prabhupada given this time many things, but modern culture is different. But this is our Vedic understanding. And this is true also. Why the protection should be given? Because there is no protection, we have to understand, they will be exploited by the male. When protected, she will be exploited by Rakshasas like Ravana. So this world is like that. The whole world is designed like that. When the woman is not protected, they will be exploited by men. So this is a very important point to understand. And when we are violating, then there will be a lot of chaos in the society. When women are made independent, there will be a lot of issues in the society, and it can lead to a lot of problems, which we are already seeing in the today's world. Today we are seeing so much news, so many things happening. Maybe one or two women exceptional, they may be successful, but the general principle is, when a woman is not protected by any of these four categories, like either by father or husband or by children, then they are likely to be exploited by Rakshasas of this material world. So therefore the conclusion is that woman should be always protected. And according to Vedic rule, there is no scope for women being independent. Asamaksham. For a woman cannot protect herself independently. This is part of the design. See, Krishna is designing, whether a male or female. The male has certain characteristics which is unique to the male. And the female has certain characteristics, they are unique to the female. So normally the female is considered to be very soft. soft, gentle, and they are like more like adjusting, adaptable, and the male nature is little different. Their nature is different. Both are unique in their own nature. It is not that they are one is superior, other superior. Both are unique in the creation. Both have their plus and minus. But in general society, in this design, the woman should be protected by a male. So that is good for the this thing. Actually, what happened, like there is also a society made in the Western society also, after understanding so many things. Actually, scripturality is also there. They also accepted this. Yes, when we go like this, we are getting exploited in the society. So that is a conclusion. So this maybe somebody will accept, maybe somebody will not accept. Especially today, the modern trend, maybe people will not, some may not accept. They say, oh no, we are trying to suppress our freedom, like that. So this whole freedom concept came from the Western world, not from Indian culture. Is different. This freedom, it has come from the Western world, and they have told it's like a kind of equal rights, equal job opportunities, and other things. But whatever we are seeing, the wife has a major role in the family affairs, like raising the children. Husband role is to bring wealth, money to the home. That is husband's duty. Whether he will go anywhere outside, he will work, he will bring the money. And the woman's role is to make a good future generation, so that she will take care of the children and all those things. But what happens now, modern trend is, it's very debatable. Even His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaji has written a book, Women's, and it became like kind of controversy, like people started arguing back and forth. So this is very, very sensitive subject. Not everybody will accept it, but this is good for the society. We can say this is good for society, but not everybody will accept. Now what happened, now women also started working, and now the future generations also, they want to work. Why they want to work? Because they want to be respected in the family. They want to be like, having their own, they want to, means like whatever they studied, they want to use it, and all those things. But the woman's responsibility, now what happened, is double now. Before they were having only one responsibility of taking care of the family and children. Now what happened, now currently what we are seeing, the woman has two roles now. They are taking care of the family as well as going to the job. This is like additional like more stress, which is forced by the modern society. Now modern society is telling everybody should work. So they are forced to work, because when some the girls, they finish the college, then they are seeing all their friends are working. So naturally there will be a peer pressure also. So now every girl wants to work. But what happens after marriage, they have a lot of challenges. There is a childbirth, and they have to take leave by the time their career gets spoiled. So many girls, they think, oh, my career is getting spoiled, I will lose my promotion or growth. Then they are postponing the childbirth. These all things happens now. Once a child is born, they cannot go for job for 1 or 2 years, or otherwise they have to give the child to somebody else. They may not take care of the child properly. And you see, a lot of things are happening because of this. And the main problem is, now they got double the job. Before they had one job, now they are going to the work as well as taking care of the family. So it is actually increasing the stress, and it is having a great impact on their mind also, their mental health as well as their physical health. This is the reality. But of course, not everybody will accept this. There are people who are against this, but the modern world is changing now. Modern world, even in ISKCON, we are seeing that everybody is putting their children or this thing. Everybody is looking for, that their child should go study well and go for a work. And it depends on their, once they get married, it is their choice whether they to continue the job or they can stop, up to their independence. They don't want to interfere in that. So things are changing. This world is dynamic. Things are changing. But the principle is, the scripture principle is, the woman should be protected by the husband or father or by the children. Then only they will be safe in the modern world. This principle we cannot change. Even now, if they are not protected, they are vulnerable for exploitation. Whether it is modern world or anything, the principle is same. If they are not protected, they are vulnerable by the exploitation of the Rakshasas. That is the conclusion. Hare Krishna. So we should understand this in a proper context. Otherwise we may misunderstand why scriptures are saying like that. It is not restricting the freedom, it is enhancing the protection of the females. Hare Krishna. So, anybody has any questions, comments, or any points to add, we can discuss on this. And very, very nice purport. We learned a lot of lessons about the attachment, the problem coming with attachment, and about the spiritual rasas, and how actually Ravana did not actually kidnap Mother Sita, it was Maya Sita. And the fourth point is actually we are discussing about how the woman should be protected as per our scripture at different stages in their life. That is very, very important in order to avoid any exploitation in the society, from the society. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Darshan Bastu Prabhuji.
Which one, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Dandapanam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandapanam, Prabhuji.
Now we, Prabhuji explained that Vipralamba and Sambhoga.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. We are not able to hear you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
No, echo is there only.
Now okay, now okay.
Okay. Very, very important points, Prabhu. Very, we discussed. So, about this attachment. Also, with the what is that? Attachment to this wife, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Also, the freedom. So
Yes, freedom. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Very important to reflect on these points. Why scriptures are giving so much emphasis on this? We have to reflect. There is importance to these points.
Okay, Sudarshan Prabhuji.
Sudarshan Prabhu is there?
Yeah.
Sudarshan Prabhu is there.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
It's a very sensitive topic, Prabhuji. It is equality. Actually,
Yeah.
even Lord has not created as equal. He created as a complementary. We complete, because it is told that when men and women join together, then the family becomes complete. Like
Yes.
men cannot have the patience and love of a woman. It's not possible.
Yes. Yes.
What he has got is some physical strength and physical courage. He has more. That's all.
Yes. Very true.
But in Kali Yuga, everything is opposite of Shastras. So now we call ourselves more advanced, more knowledgeable. Still now the percentage of atrocity towards women have increased.
Increased.
In
Very
the
true.
so-called learned society. So we
Very
can
true.
imagine. So with the progress of the so-called progress of so-called modern education, what does actually happen? So it go degrading only.
Yes.
So even there created for a different purpose with a different body nature. Even Lord Himself has told in His among like the heat in the fire, taste of the water,
Srinam,
like
yes,
the
yes. I am the
personality of a
fine
man.
speech
I
and
represented that.
chastity and fine speech. Narinam.
That is Sri Lanka Shabdas. Yes, there among
Yes.
Sri Lanka Shabdas, he represents so and so. And what you see in the male, and generally we say that no, the Mahabharata and the other Puranas are for women and because generally women, they have more of desire. A body, a soul is given, not talking about devotee Madajis. Generally, a female body is awarded to a soul to have more and more sense gratification. Naturally, they are attracted more like so.
You can say
Modern education
more bodily
not
conscious.
agreeing that is
Bodily conscious more.
modally conscious or materially conscious. So that is
Now,
why
when we are bodily conscious, naturally we will be materially attached also. Yeah.
Materially attached, yes. So that is why sannyasam is nishiddham for them, because they are more on what is called sensitive, like feelings. Logic thinking will be less. That is why for sannyasis, even meeting and seeing it, Mahaprabhu used to meet only from 1 kilometer away to give darshan as a part of protection. So you can say that men and women are complementary, can never be equal. There are many qualities which female has advantage over men. Then as per the actual Vivaha Samskara, in that 7 feras, Sat feras, I don't know, in Tamil Nadu you do 7 circles of the fire during marriage?
Yeah. Yes, we do that. We are doing. Yes, we are doing, Prabhu.
7 we do all the same direction only? In the same
Yeah,
direction? In the same direction you are doing?
I think same direction only.
But actually in north and all, when they conduct it properly, they do in the 4 man walks first and the 3 lady walks first in the front.
Okay.
Because she has to take lead in three departments of family life. Man has to take lead in 4 departments. In Kerala and all, it has become ultra fast that only 3 fast. Because nobody knows about that.
Yeah, only 3 times.
So equality is a complementary only. Because we have to respect them. See, probably the bearing of pain of delivery, that is nan gals. It is as if you are chopping off part of your body. That a man cannot bear. Man will become unconscious in many cases. That such a pain can be borne only by a woman.
Yes.
But facing physical danger, generally, men can.
And also, Prabhu, one more point to add. So those who are so much attached to wife, they are saying they will take female body next. So those person who are too much attached to husband, they take male body.
Yes.
So that is also there.
Prabhuji. That is why ladies are advised to be. Yes, Prabhupada is in purport that ladies are always advised to think of their husbands, so that in the next birth they can have a male body. Because whatever we think, that is the advice given by Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So, scriptures have given all the clear evidences, but Kali Yuga, it's an ocean of faults, no Prabhu. Kalo dosha vidya Rajan. Eka Mahaguna. We have to depend upon that Eka Mahaguna. Another point, Prabhu, that about that Brahmana who was lamenting on Mother Sita's kidnapping, is Ramdas Vipra. Ramdas, his name from Madurai.
Ramdas. Ramdas. I forgot the name.
And Mahaprabhu left him and walked forward, and at one place he got Kurma Purana. In Kurma Purana,
then
Mahaprabhu
brought it back.
Brought it back to him. And Ramdas Vipra was very happy. He was fasting, crying. He stopped fasting. He started honoring his prasadam. And he was very happy. Ramdas Vipra from Madurai.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
So, anyway, we are so fortunate that we have shelter of Srila Prabhupada, that we can understand Shastras as it is.
Yes, bro.
Actually, that's Sri Swadhantra Marhadi. That doesn't mean that she doesn't. Interpretation should be she should be protected, not that she doesn't deserve freedom.
She should be protected.
They have freedom. Even men's freedom is limited. Men cannot have freedom everywhere. Men just can't trespass the border and do whatever he wants to neighboring state.
Yes.
He'll be immediately killed. Olden time by sword, and this time will be guns. Like that,
Within material world, nobody has freedom actually.
Yes.
But comparatively, the freedom level, here the main thing is the word used is protection.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So,
ladies
but
were
it,
given all
yeah,
the facilities. Ladies were all the facilities in the Antapuram, in the inside, in inner chambers of houses. They
yeah,
had all the facilities also protected. But nowadays, the modern girls, I don't know. There are many feminist groups, activities.
yeah.
They
I
don't
think
give
now,
support.
Prabhu, now as per current trend situation, no, now it has changed already. Design now,
Yes.
everybody is working, so it is a
Yes.
different kind of design now. So, but only thing wherever they are, they should be Krishna conscious, because
Yes. Yes.
adapting the modern
That,
to do adapting to the modern times.
Prabhuji, going out or working, that only doesn't matter,
Yeah,
because now there are protective measures are there.
yeah.
There is no problem.
Yes.
They can do, but they should understand that they are more vulnerable than a man, and accordingly they should take protection.
Yes. In these American companies and all, I have seen they have special policy. If they are somebody harassing them, they can report to the HR.
Yes.
That special policy is there.
And
Workplace ethics, no, for them
yes,
special category is given.
yes,
Somebody will harass them, they have
yes,
the right to take action on
yes.
any person. Yeah, like that.
And the transport company, they will pick, even boys, they will pick up from one particular stop and they will drop at the particular stop only. They will not.
Yeah.
Like some colleges in VIT and all, daily outpass for girls only 2 hours, for boys 4 hours, and the girls were trying for that.
Yes.
So,
Actually, our my son college also, ladies they will not allow outside.
yes,
But for boys they allow.
they
Because
allow.
everybody they understand, no, this is critical. Like they cannot just
Yes,
allow, even though
yes,
it is modern, college is modern, current trend. They
yes,
understand it will have some serious implications. So
definitely.
normally, as you said, like the permission will be restricted to 1 or 2 hours, and
Yes,
there are a lot of protocols for them.
yes.
But for boys, no, they are giving okay wherever you want to go, and whatever
So,
time you want to come before night
and the
time you
girls
come
were
back.
asking me why it is so. I told you, don't you know? You are more vulnerable. You don't know. There
Yeah,
are vultures and eagles, vultures waiting outside.
correct.
So they don't know.
My son college also same.
Yeah,
Because
and
there were,
if the
yeah,
girls want to go to outstation, not to home
yeah.
station, one of the
Mm.
parents or close relatives should come and pick up from the college
Yes.
hostel.
Yeah. Boys, they allow directly.
Yeah,
They can
and
go by
home
taxi
station.
also.
Yes, home station they can go there on, but out to a place. So all the educationalists, they know the
Measures are
seriousness.
there.
And, yes, measures are there. They're following it.
Yeah.
So they should be a bit careful, and their dressing should not be much provocative, because people are now under influence of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
They get agitated very fast. They don't understand.
Correct. They don't know what these people don't know what is right, what is wrong.
At
They
least
lose their
about
discrimination.
yes, our family, our circle, in our own locality, we can have some control. So
Yeah.
prevention is better. Prevention is
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Always.
And government also want to open more liquor shop, no, for more profit.
Yes, yes,
So these all things are happening. So it is it is vulnerable for them.
yes,
Because it is said that under the influence of alcohol, all the bad things, sinful
yes.
activities happen.
Crimes, all mostly
All happens after taking alcohol.
alcohol
So
or
and the
drug.
government is like very active to promote. Like they open this they have target 10. We opened this town. Next year I
Yes.
will open 20 in the same town. More profit. So in that context, we have to be like whatever we have to take, like scriptures are very good to
So,
have that kind of
the
protection.
more alcohol, more panam, more influence of Kali, directly proportional. So that we are witnessing.
Jutam panam striya
And
sunaha.
income 80%, yes, more than 80% of income of Kerala government is from liquor.
Tamil Nadu also same.
Yes. I saw some news about that now. And
Yeah,
the
Tamil
lottery
Nadu
also.
is
Lottery
lottery
something
not
like
allowed. Tamil Nadu not there. Lottery not there.
yes, not there. Yeah.
Only alcohol.
So, yes, fortunately, we are in the shelter of under the shelter of Prabhupada. I don't know how we got this fortune. Very Brahmanda Brahmida. Some fortune we have now. We have to be on track and be responsible to ourselves, family, society, and whomsoever we can pursue. That is only we can. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So anybody, devotees, anybody want to add? Mataji's, anybody, anything, any points? If not, we can wind up today's session. Very important points to reflect upon, to follow and practice. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Yes. Like during Ramayana session, I used to discuss devotees. Is Ramayana relevant now? Ramacandra relevant? It is most relevant because man has to be Maryada Purushottam. Because man has got a lot of responsibilities. Especially in Kali Yuga, there we have like an ocean of faults. So following Sri Ramacendra's morals will definitely add to the quality of our life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your...
Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. I think.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sri Kumar Prabhu. Thank you all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you all devotees for joining. Please do join tomorrow also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamdara for Yashugana Prabhuji as well as
All assembled devotees will
assembled
chant.
devotees
Thanks.
for everybody's spiritual progress all together.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama